Welcome to Audiobook 365 Stories.
Half an hour later, Bathsheba entered her own house. Her face was red and excited when she saw the light of the candles. This excitement had stayed with her for a long time now. The last words of Troy, who had walked with her to the door, were still in her ears. He had said goodbye for 2 days, which he said would be spent in Bath, visiting some friends. He had also kissed her a second time. It is only fair to explain something about Bathsheba that nobody knew until much later. Troy meeting her on the road that evening was not something they had planned. He had given a small hint that he might come. She had told him not to. She let Oak leave early because she was afraid Troy might still come, and she didn't want them to meet. Now, she sat down on a chair, feeling troubled and worried by all these new events. Then she stood up quickly, made a decision, and got her desk from a side table. In 3 minutes, without stopping or changing her mind, she had written a letter to Boldwood at his house beyond Casterbridge. The letter said, in a kind but clear way, that she had thought carefully about everything he had asked her and had given her time to decide. Her final decision was that she could not marry him. She had told Oak that she would wait until Boldwood came home before giving him her answer. But now, Bathsheba felt that she could not wait. It was not possible to send the letter until the next day, but to calm herself and feel like the job was done, she got up to take the letter to one of the women who might be in the kitchen. She stopped in the hallway. There was a conversation happening in the kitchen, and it was about Bathsheba and Troy. If he marries her, she'll stop farming. It'll be a fun life, but there might be some trouble between the happy times. That's what I think. Well, I wish I had a husband like that. Bathsheba was smart enough not to care much about what her servants said about her, but she was also too much of a talker to ignore it. She walked in on them. "Who are you talking about?" she asked. There was a pause before anyone answered. Finally, Liddy said, "We were talking a little about you, miss." "I thought so. Marianne, Liddy, and Temperance, you must stop thinking such things. You know I don't care at all for Mr. Troy, not one bit. Everyone knows how much I hate him." "Yes," she said again, "I hate him." "We know you do, miss," said Liddy, "and so do we all." "I hate him too," said Marianne. "Marianne, oh, you liar. How can you say such a bad thing?" said Bathsheba excitedly. "You liked him from your heart just this morning." "Yes, Marianne, you know it." "Yes, miss, but so did you. He is wild now, and you are right to hate him." "He's not wild." "How dare you say that to me?" "I have no right to hate him, and neither do you or anyone else." "But I am a foolish woman. What does it matter to me what he is?" "You know it doesn't." "I don't care for him. I don't want to defend him, no, not at all. Remember this, if any of you say something bad about him, you'll lose your job at once." She threw down the letter and rushed back into the living room, her heart full of emotion and tears in her eyes, with Liddy following her. "Oh, miss," said gentle Liddy, looking sadly at Bathsheba's face. "I am sorry we got it wrong. I thought you liked him, but now I see you don't. Close the door, Liddy." Liddy closed the door and said, "People always say silly things, miss." I will answer them from now on. Of course, a lady like Miss Everdeen cannot love him. I'll say it clearly. Bathsheba suddenly cried out, "Oh, Liddy, are you so simple? Can't you understand anything? Can't you see? Are you a woman yourself?" Liddy's clear eyes grew big with surprise. "Yes, you must be blind, Liddy," Bathsheba said, full of sadness and pain. "Oh, I love him so much it hurts. Don't be scared of me, but maybe I would scare any innocent woman. Come closer, closer." She put her arms around Liddy's neck. "I have to tell someone. It's eating me up inside. Don't you know me well enough to see that I lied before? Oh God, what a lie it was. Heaven and my love, please forgive me. Don't you know that a woman in love doesn't care about telling lies when she loves someone so much? Now, go out of the room. I want to be alone." Liddy walked to the door. "Liddy, come back. Swear to me that he's not a bad man, that everything they say about him is a lie." "But, miss, how can I say he is not if—" "You heartless girl. How can you repeat what they say? How could you? I will see if you or anyone else in the village dares to say such things." She began walking up and down, from the fireplace to the door and back again. "No, miss. I know it's not true," said Liddy, frightened by how angry Bathsheba was. "I suppose you just agree with me to make me happy. But, Liddy, he can't be as bad as they say. Do you hear me?" "Yes, miss, yes." "And you don't believe he is?" "I don't know what to say, miss," said Liddy, starting to cry. "If I say no, you don't believe me, and if I say yes, you get angry with me. Say you don't believe it. Say you don't." "I don't believe he is as bad as they say. He's not bad at all. My poor life and heart, how weak I am," she said sadly, not caring that Liddy was there. "Oh, how I wish I had never met him. Loving always brings pain for women. I will never forgive God for making me a woman, and I am starting to pay for having a pretty face." She turned to Liddy suddenly. "Listen to me, Lydia Smallberry. If you repeat one word of what I've said to you behind this closed door, I'll never trust you, love you, or keep you with me another moment, not even for 1 second." "I don't want to repeat anything," said Liddy, with a little bit of dignity, "but I don't want to stay with you. And, if you don't mind, I'll leave at the end of the harvest, or this week, or today." "I don't think I deserve to be yelled at for no reason," said the small woman, trying to be big and strong. "No, no, Liddy, you must stay," said Bathsheba, going from pride to begging quickly. "You mustn't be upset about how I acted just now. You're not like a servant. You're a friend to me." "Oh, dear, I don't know what I'm doing since my heart has been hurting so much. What will happen to me? I think I will just get into more and more trouble. Sometimes I wonder if I will die in the poorhouse. I am so lonely, God knows." "I won't mind anything, and I won't leave you," cried Liddy, suddenly kissing Bathsheba. Then Bathsheba kissed Liddy, and they were friends again. "I don't cry often, do I, Lyd? But you've made me cry," she said, smiling through her tears. "Try to believe he's a good man, won't you, dear Liddy?" "I will, miss, really. He's a kind of steady man, but in a wild way, you know. That's better than being like some people, wild in a steady way. I think that's what I am. And promise me to keep my secret, please, Liddy." And don't tell anyone that I've been crying over him, because it will be awful for me and won't help him at all. Poor thing. Even if Death himself asked me, I wouldn't tell him, Miss, if I want to keep something. I'll always be your friend, said Liddy strongly, with more tears in her eyes, not because she had to cry, but because she thought it made the moment feel right. I think God likes us to be good friends, don't you? Yes, I do. And, dear miss, you won't get angry and shout at me, will you? Because you grow so tall like a lion when you do, and it scares me. Do you know, I think you could take on any man when you are upset. Never. Do you think so? Said Bathsheba, laughing a little, but also worried by this picture of herself. I hope I'm not acting like a man? Oh no, not like a man, but you're so strong like a woman that you're almost like that. Ah, miss, Liddy said, breathing in and out very sadly, I wish I was half as strong as you. It's a great thing for a poor girl to have in these times.